Hey, Southside, a few weeks ago I was watching TV and there was this guy talking. To be honest, I ignored a lot of what he had to say, but I did focus in on the end when he made this statement. He said the coronavirus concerns the older, the weaker, and those with existing medical conditions. And it rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm sure he meant well, but I've been thinking about it a lot over the last weeks. The older, the weaker, and the most vulnerable. See, there's a problem with that statement to me, because if something concerns them, I know something about you and I know something about me, it concerns us too. And I know for sure it concerns Jesus. Jesus himself said he stepped into human history for the poor, the crippled, the blind, and the lame, to bring hope to the hopeless and help to the helpless. And he's asked us to do the exact same. And so we've been asking ourselves over these weeks, how are we going to do that? And I know for some people, they're looking at the world right now and saying, man, everyone's overreacting. Others are saying everyone's underreacting. And I don't want to get into that argument. But what I want to suggest is we can come together acknowledging this, that we need to love the older, the weaker, and the most vulnerable. And so how are we going to do that? So we've had teams working around the clock all this week to develop the ability to have church online. And when I say church online, what I mean by that is the entire service online. So the music, the announcements, and the preaching. And when we heard that the government was suggesting that we don't have meetings of 250 or more, we knew what we had to do. We canceled church for this Sunday. But we're increasing our efforts. Okay, so I should say this to you first. I understand the resolution to the coronavirus is not going to be a matter of days, it's going to be a matter of weeks, so we'll keep you posted. But what do I mean when I say that we're increasing our efforts? This morning I was reading in our Lent devotionals, and if you're not following the Lent devotionals, you really should be. And Corinne wrote that God asks us that when we've been knocked down in life to get back up, to brush ourselves off, and to keep fighting. And that's what we're going to do. So even though we're not having church this Sunday physically together at Sardis Secondary, we are going to launch church online for the first time in the history of our church. That 8, 9:30, 11, and 12:30, we're going to bring church to you. So I'm going to ask you, please, look at me. Let's do this together, because we're better together. And I know the proclivity during a time like this is to drift apart. We don't want that to happen, okay? So 8, 9:30, 11 or 12:30. We're going to have the ability to chat together. We're going to have leaders from our church who are manning all the tools, the chat tools, the prayer request tools, so that we can really be connected to the best of our ability during this time. We're going to have stuff for the kids. We're working on solutions for youth and for small groups. Please stay tuned. Okay? Because I know that the world needs hope now more than the world has ever needed hope. And we know that hope has a name, and his name is Jesus. So let's do this. Okay? Let's give this video to whoever you know. Spread the link for church online to all your friends and all your family. Here's what I think we should do. This is a setback. So let's get back up. Let's brush ourselves off. And let's keep fighting for hope. I love you so much. Man, I am so proud to be a part of this church at this time. And you know what's crazy? And it's absolutely true. The best is still yet to come.